The amazing part of this restaurant and taking it over and being an owner of it is just how much ribs we go through. I mean, we're going through over 2 tons worth of ribs a week.
Whoa. How much?
2 tons.
I'm Doug with America's Best Restaurants, and we are traveling the country from coast to coast to find restaurants that you should dine at on a frequent basis. We're in Weirton, West Virginia at Dee Jay's BBQ and Grille, where you're going to meet Donald and Jamie, and you're going to find out why this place here has some of the best ribs that you will ever taste, not just in West Virginia, but anywhere. That's what they're known for. We're going to get the backstory and check out the food and more. So why don't you come with me? Let's go inside and check it out. Hey, we're back, we're inside. I've got Donald, the proprietor, co-owner. We've got Jamie, proprietor and executive chef. And we are gonna cover the food and the backstory of Dee Jay's, including this. Now, I don't want anybody to judge me because we're actually filming this in the morning and this is breakfast. There's nothing wrong with the daiquiri over breakfast.
It's fruit. What's better for breakfast than fruit?
Fruit and dairy, you're good to go.
I love these guys. All right, so let's jump in first. We're gonna get into the backstory. Love the backstory for Dee Jay's, but let's jump in. Food item number 1 sitting in front of you, the onion loaf.
Yes.
Okay, please explain. That is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the meal among itself, one of our favorite appetizers for a lot of our guests. You know, they absolutely love it. Wonderful breading that's done on it. Jamie can speak to it. I mean, he's the creator of it, so.
So we get the colossal onions in, you know, an oversized onion. We slice them down about a ½ inch thick, hand bread every order, deep fry them, bring them out crispy, golden brown, and serve it with a horseradish sauce. Can't go wrong with that.
That horseradish sauce is good.
Amazing. Great compliment to a dish.
Wakes you up in the morning.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, gone. Okay, so Dee Jay's itself started back in, was it 1980?
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
So give the backstory of it because you guys are the new owners.
Correct.
But it's still the same Dee Jay's from 1980. Go
correct.
into that. You guys haven't messed with them with success.
No, absolutely not. If it's not broke, don't fix it is, you know, the great analogy. But, you know, Dewey Guida, creator, founder of Dee Jay's, started out a small little car wash is really what it was. He created that and he got so busy with the ribs and the concept that he had to build this building that we're in today. We did that 17 years ago and just success has followed the restaurant the whole way along. So, you know, he decided back in October to sell it. He had family that just wasn't interested in moving forward with the company. So I knew Dewey, I knew his family, and we thought this was such a great concept. It was such a great restaurant that had such an awesome following. The legendary ribs, just famous around the country and around the world. We have, you know, sports stars, musicians, you name it. Anybody that comes near Weirton, West Virginia, comes to Dee Jay. It's just so awesome. So, you know, we bought the restaurant. We, you know, had Dewey come in and show us every piece of the restaurant, how to make the recipes, how to cook the ribs, how to prep the ribs, the seasoning, the whole 9 yards, just so that we could make it the same way because we didn't want to mess with success.
Wow. Okay, so hold on. I want to talk about the daiquiri first, and then I want to get into your guys' backstory too. This is apparently one of the most popular, if not the most popular drink here.
Oh, by far.
You had a lot of people on social media saying, talk about the daiquiri. So please, while I enjoy this, please talk about the daiquiri.
The main thing here is fresh strawberries. Makes the difference, all the difference in the world. So we use fresh strawberries, blended up fresh every single time. No mixers, no mixes. I mean, it's straight from scratch like everything else that we do. And a lot of people, they come in just for, this is dessert. This is dessert. So instead of getting maybe a chocolate cake or a, you know, or accompany their strawberry shortcake, they go ahead and they get that daiquiri, 1 or 2, and you know, that's dessert for them.
Biggest thing is the fresh strawberries. Once again, we're going through about 60 pounds of fresh strawberries a day, macerated in sugar ahead of time so they're nice and soft and they blend easy. And what do you think?
That's delicious.
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish this thing before I go off.
You're not gonna share? Where's the straws?
No. This stay over there, Jamie. Stay over there. No, in fact, I've got to be totally transparent. This is like the 3rd one in front because as we were putting this together, one went here, one went there. So these things are flying off the shelf even with the staff. So try this. Okay, your backstory. You're a numbers guy. How does a numbers guy get into owning a restaurant?
Well, started off in college as I went into accounting. I got into my junior year and decided, I don't know, this is kind of boring. This is not something I necessarily want to get into for maybe the rest of my life. So I was in restaurants. I liked the business side of it. So just started into this. And it's been such a help to know the numbers and be able to understand those, to bring that as part of the business as well. And also the love of food.
Got it. Jamie, how'd you get into this?
Well, I started as a little kid working with my grandmother in the kitchen, just playing, making pies and baking with her and just having fun, messing things up, dumping flour on the floor by accident. And she never got upset about it. She would just always laugh. And her motto was, if we're not messing it up, we're not doing it right. So, me being a fat kid at heart, I just loved eating sweets. And so if I wanted to have the sweets, I had to learn how to make them. So I learned from my grandmother, and then it just transitioned from there to wanting to learn how to cook food so I can just keep eating it. Basically, just the love of food.
Love it. All right, so we're going to skip the desserts here. We're going to the star of the show.
Yeah.
Please, gentlemen, the ribs and the potato skins.
So we'll start off with the star of the show is the baby back ribs. I mean, we've been working with a company called Wichita Packing Company out of Chicago since 1995. We stuck with them, and the previous owner went through all the tedious task of making sure the specs were right and very consistent. So we stick with those guys on the baby back ribs. And then there's a special procedure in which we cook them in the back that I'm not going to let the secret out of the bag for you. So
look at that.
So
that was a pull live on camera, right off the bone, baby.
yeah. So I mean, he's done a great job of going through hours and hours of testing and playing with the product, the seasoning all the way through. How much should we trim off of it to get the proper texture and the moisture to still stay in it. So we benefited from that by him going through that process years ago, 42 years ago, and getting it to a perfect science to where we've taken it over and studied like a student and learned how to do it. And now it's our job to carry on that legacy through this restaurant and through a couple of the other new restaurants that will be opening soon.
And how about that sauce? Proprietary sauce. You won't get that anywhere else.
You guys keep talking. I'm just holy cow.
There's a little bit of a secret in this sweetness for it, but once again, I'm not going to let that out either.
I mean, the other thing that too, it's kind of the amazing part of this restaurant and taking it over and being an owner of it, is just how much ribs we go through. I mean, we're going through over 2 tons worth of ribs a week.
Whoa. How much?
2 tons
2 tons.
of ribs.
On a regular week.
Dude, that's a lot of ribs.
Yeah, Father's Day alone, we did 1 ton of ribs. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of prep. It's a lot of cook, but
And like the ribs.
people love it.
Yeah, keep going.
The other thing is potato skins. I mean, Jamie can talk about that a little bit more. Is another fan favorite through COVID. Our purveyors just couldn't make them because they were too busy, I guess, if you will, making the French fries. Let's get out, and we go through so many potato skins. We're going through 12,000 potato skins a week.
12,000.
Yep, 2 tons of ribs. 12,000 potato skins a week.
That's why you're a numbers guy, so you know all that stuff. See,
Yeah,
all of that
absolutely.
counting stuff is coming into play.
All that bean counting now turned into ribs and the potato skin counting.
Yeah. And like we did run into a little bit of an issue, and the local community went crazy. I had a stockpile for weeks, and I just couldn't let them out. So we run them for a day and then be out, and then we just start another crazy transition of being out of potato skin. So now that we got all that under control, they're back on the menu, and they're flying off the shelf.
Now you guys are expanding as well. You're going to have multiple
Yes.
locations to let everybody know that the processes and everything that you're doing here, the people that you get the ribs from, all of that, it's going to be across the board.
It stays the same. Yeah, go ahead, Jamie.
And we're actually taking it to such a serious level that we're going to continue making the ribs in this building and transporting them over so that there's no change whatsoever. Using the same cookers, using the same people that have been doing it for 13 plus years for us. We figured what's the best way not to mess that up and trying to open other restaurants is keep the same people doing it. So that's what we're doing. We're going through we're getting some refrigerated trucks and things like that to haul them cooked from here to there on a daily basis. Every morning we get a fresh load of ribs in and ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, so we're opening a location in Collier Township, Pennsylvania. Then we're going to go to Washington County, PA. Then we're going to move to Wexford, PA, and then possibly other locations here in West Virginia. So super excited about it. Just such a great concept, such a great following, such loyal fans of the restaurant that we want to move it and expand it elsewhere.
This is the messiest I've been.
I was going to offer you some napkins, but I think you got that handy.
Nah, forget the napkins.
I think you're looking good.
What, in wastes? What the
Yeah, I'm just, prim and proper.
I thought you and I were friends. Holy cow.
It all started a friendship until you started eating all my ribs.
Yeah, well,
Dude, have you noticed Jamie's kept us talking so he can just sit and eat ribs while we talk, right?
All right, go ahead. So, talk briefly about the gentleman who founded this.
Sure.
Dewey. Dewey's going to be coming up today. We get a chance to meet Dewey off camera. When you have a chance to keep this business going, support the community the way you do, support local businesses the way you do, it's basically carrying on a tradition that
Absolutely.
Dewey started, right?
Yeah, absolutely. He was so entrenched in the community, such a big part of the community. Like I said, if you heard the words Weirton, West Virginia, first thing that popped in your head was DJs and Dewey. Dewey, the mayor of DJs for sure. Just such an awesome guy. Helped the community out, helped the student athletes out locally. That's a tradition that we're trying to maintain. We've got a promotion going on called the Summer Sports Spectacular, where we're collecting money for the local schools, and they do a little ballot they put in, and every 2 weeks we pull out a winner and we donate to that winner's school so that they can keep that going on. We know that's an important part of the community itself, as well as the development of the youth in the area.
Love it. Got to support those who support you.
Amen.
Excellent job. Okay, final. We've got 2 desserts right here, and I know Jamie, you had mentioned too that.
Yeah, so our strawberry shortcake is one of our popular ones that, is probably the biggest seller that we have. Once again, using the same strawberries that we use for the daiquiri, fresh strawberries macerated in chocolate with a vanilla cake, a layer of strawberry filling and whipped cream. And then we move on to the triple layer chocolate cake that we source from a local bakery. Once again, just always trying to keep the community involved. French vanilla ice cream, chocolate sauce, and whipped cream. Can't go wrong with straight up chocolate.
We're not shooting this.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jamie.
Donald said no. Okay, no, go ahead. So
that's it. Just like, once again, it's a triple layer chocolate cake that comes from local bakery. And what do you think? Good?
What do you think? I think.
Well, I mean, it's a great way to polish off ribs, right?
Yeah, no, we're going to go back and attack those. So you guys have a really good social media presence. You've got the website. Anybody's coming to Weirton or anywhere even close, this is a place that you need to visit. If you've never been here, follow what the professional athletes do. Follow what the people who drive 2 hours do. You need to get to DJs, and with more locations coming, can't make it Weirton, they're making it easier for you coming up. So check them out. And also, they got a full listing right here on americasbestrestaurants.com. Click the like button, hit the bell notification. You'll find out about more episodes when they drop. Yeah, smash. Here, go ahead. You know what? I feel bad.
He should.
Go ahead. He's just sitting here looking at it like, dude,
Drooling.
are you serious?
You're not
Let me have that. So this is just a few of the items on the menu. You got to come check this out. So I'm diving into this. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Yeah, you take that. I'm eating this and drinking this. Till next time, I'm out.